Here we go. Let's do this. It's game time. So I don't have a spot currently on the leaderboard because Switch 1 and Switch 2 have separate leaderboards because the load times are drastically different. So that run put me in 3rd. So we are making our way up. I think to be in 1st, I need like a 125. I don't know if I could even come close to 125, but what the... So you can tell when I look at my splits because my splits are over here and my game's over here. But that's crazy. Where's my gold crew? Thanks, Albert. I really want to see if I can try to find my sum of best. Because that will give me hope for the future. I want to learn how to speedrun other games. Because at this very moment, this is the only game I really can speedrun on a decent level. I just don't know what game I can run. Yeah, that one was really good in that run, huh? Well, my life just got a whole lot more difficult. Apparently splitting there turned off the recording. So... if this is a PB, I'm so screwed. I'll need to go in and like download the VOD, clip it, and then And then we might have something. And then, of course, splitting there, turn the recording back on. Thanks, Albert. Peach is on my butt right now. I do not expect gold out of this one. That has never happened to me before. That was crazy. I think I do. I hope I do. I think if I go in, I can find the VOD. However, through OBS, I can have an individual recording. So, like that first run, I recorded that whole thing. So now that run is a file on, that individual run is a file on my computer. And I was hoping to have this also be a recording on my computer in case I get a personal best. That way I don't have to go in, find it, crop it down, yada yada. I could just go in and drop it and have a great time, but no, here's where I am, and I know I can get the recording from that. I'll just have to cut out the whole first run, which I know wouldn't be a problem. However, it's just annoying. I used to have it on Streamlabs so that it would, Streamlabs would automatically record the second I start streaming. So I'm wondering if I can set that up at some point. Really? But we're gonna see if it actually matters. Oh, guess we're going this way. That whole first run is its own recording, thankfully, so if I don't PB here, it won't matter. I can do that. It smells like a lemon cleaning spray in here, and it's so nice. I got so concerned, so I wanted to start stream today, and I put on the headphones, I start the game, make sure everything's working properly, and ran into a massive issue. I had realized, oh goodness. You hear me binking. No, I had a massive issue of my audio was like 8 full seconds off of the video. So I'm like, oh no, what on earth am I gonna do? 'Cause I can't have it be like that. So I'm like, if I'm 8 full seconds off, I am so screwed on every factor. Turns out the solution was to close OBS and just restart it. Oh no! Well, I went to stream yesterday and realized that there was no audio coming through on the microphone. So that was another, I think Albert broke my setup. That was rude. You can't die there. Interesting. I think Albert broke it. But then I just unplugged the interface and plugged it back in, and hey, look at here we are. I don't know, you were the last one to touch it. You started moving things around. I genuinely do forget how much I miss streaming. Or how much I love streaming. This is... That's totally possible. It didn't show... The interface didn't show that it had power, so that's what I was freaking out about. I'm like, shut up, Frank. So I'm like, uh-oh, something happened to the power of the audio interface. So now I don't have... It's nothing there. So I just unplugged it from the computer and I plugged it back in, and hey, look at that. So my guess is it's possible it got jimmied out a little bit. And just... It works now, so what do I care? So yeah, I'm looking at the setup I have for everything, and I'm like, okay, this is absolutely scuffed. Obviously not, bone pointed at the TV scuffed, but way more scuffed than I wanted it to be, because I have like, obviously, I have the game on one window. The whole game is one monitor. And then I have, on the other monitor, chat, activity feed, OBS, live split, and stream stats, where I can see that there's 2 viewers. Hi, Al and Nikki. And I'm like... 1, I need more monitors. 2, I need a bigger desk. Am I not gonna get a boost? I got a small boost. So I'm like, do I really need a desk? Like, yes, a desk looks nice, but do I really care how it looks? Or if I just get a 6-foot folding table and call it a day? So one thing I did not miss about streaming was the delay of Twitch Mobile. The delay of Twitch Mobile is quite crazy. I have played this song on a saxophone before. Yeah, that is an option. However, when I tell you I do not have the desk space for that, I mean, I actually took a picture of my setup. And it is just everything. It is all the space. It is all the real estate I have on here. You know what? That's not a bad idea. I moved stuff around on my monitor so that chat was next to the game instead of on the opposite side of the screen. So like that might... I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like what... Because like I think I'm honest to God okay with this setup. At least for right now. It gets the job I need it to get done. And it is way better than anything I could have ever asked for previously. There are just a couple things that I'm like... There are a couple things I would really like to have to make this better. Being a mic stand that doesn't take up the entire floor and that I kick every 5 seconds, and I bet you guys can hear that kicking every 5 seconds. And I got a gold. I want a webcam that isn't the stupid webcam that's on the that's built into the computer. But then again, I need more USB points. The mic stand that clamps to the desk. That's probably what I'll get, is something that can clamp to the desk. Then again, you'll hear me kicking the desk every 5 minutes, but if I get a 6 foot folding table, it'll be a lot easier to not kick the desk. Ooh, buddy, that was close. Don't mind me working on my facial expressions because that was so weird. Not that saving exactly 0 seconds. That's wild. Yeah, I know. I have one on my Amazon list that I need to get. It just sucks that I don't blame you. I have 4 USB slots on my computer. Half of them are getting used up by keyboard mouse. And One is the capture card, the other is the mic interface. Because you can't plug an XLR cable into a computer. So that pit. I just want to get some more because, like, I enjoyed having the streams where you have both Lainey and I with our gameplay up at the same time, shiny hunting together. Those were fun. I don't have the USB ports for that. So, like, I will probably get an extender in the relatively near future. But, like, now thinking about it, beyond a second capture card, do I really need it for anything else? Webcam. Yeah, there's just a good amount of things that I'm like, I want to do these things for stream. And, like, obviously there's the whole, you know, I have to pay for it thing. But, that's where, like, the anything for stream, I'm just putting right back into it. So, like, whenever I get this payout, it'll be, I'll get a couple things. I'll be able to get a couple things. Probably one thing, honest to God. Well, I could probably get, like, a $30 webcam and a $20 USB extender and be in a much better spot than I am currently. Where's the third? Come on, let's see it. But, like, one thing I do need to get, and this is a relatively, like, not a right now problem, but a if I start consistently streaming more and would like to oh, that doesn't help, and would like to actually improve the quality of my streams, probably a light. Just seeing how some of the past streams have gone, where it got late and I had turned into black and white. I might want just like a light to keep above everything so you can see me. Obviously today I don't have that problem because, you know, it's 3:45 and the sun is not setting at any point in time. Yeah, like, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, is get some sort of light to... Thanks, Frank. get some sort of light to be able to put up so I don't have to worry about the sun setting, and you can very much tell I did open like as many windows as I possibly could because I wanted as much light as I possibly could have, but now I'm getting obviously glare off my monitor, so Twisted Mansion was fun. Oh, goodness. I feel like one thing, like, I want to do like playthroughs of games on stream, but like it's difficult because every game I want to play on stream, like I want to have like that genuine first time playing through the game reaction. But all the games I have that I want to play on, that I would want to play on stream, I've already played. So like, there are a couple things that I'm like, I think this would be cool to play on stream. I'm talking, don't fall off the edge. I'm talking like, I want to do Pokemon XD and Coliseum. I think those ones would be fun to do, and I can just do them on the Switch online. While yes, I do physically own XD, I don't want to haul the GameCube all the way over here. But like, I think the new Ocarina of Time would do fine. I've never beaten Ocarina of Time, so I think there is something to work with there. You can play Majora's Mask, you can play Minish Cap, all these Zelda games. Something I want to do is I want to play through Tears of the Kingdom and 100% it, which would take so many streams. But like, these are just the ideas I have. Literally. These have been ideas in my head for so long. I've just been putting them off because the hardest part was hitting the go live button for the first times in God knows how long. That was the hardest part. But now that we're like, this is a thing I know I can get away with in my own existence, the main problem I have is I am ADHD as all get out. Hence why last stream you saw me go through, what, 3 different games before I finally settled on one. So like, it is a lot of, I'm really hoping any game I play catches my interest enough that I don't want to stop playing that game. And like, there's sometimes it's a point of, I don't want to play this game right now. And that's when you have your set Oh, I'm gonna do a Mario Kart speedrun. Oh, I'm gonna play some Splatoon. That Splatoon stream was a lot of fun for me because it was like the comeback to streaming of this is something I used to do all the time. I know how to do this. I just need to go. And it helps that I have it helped that I have Albert next to me, or when I play Pokemon, it helps that I have Lainey next to me. So that even if there's no one talking in chat, I still have a second person to talk to. With these speedruns, it's real easy to do on my own because I can just sit here and talk and talk and talk about literally everything on the face of the earth. Mainly because it's really difficult to read chat while playing Mario Kart. Though I've gotten really used to it at this point. So, I don't know, this is just the stuff that goes through my head. It was a good Mario circuit. Oh goodness. Oh, that was a bad bounce. I try not to overwhelm myself and I just keep thinking to myself that I want to be this person that entertains all these people, but I'm like, that would overwhelm me so much. So that, like, when that's what Lainey helps me with a lot, is she helps me, like, say, oh, that's a really good idea, I think that would do pretty well, or that's kinda dumb. But like, honestly, I need to write down all the ideas I have because there's so many things I got, like Ocarina, like playing through Ocarina of Time for I say the first time. I played through about half of Ocarina of Time, and I don't even think it was half of. Yeah, like, that was me, like, when I was in my old bedroom at my parents' house, between that and, like the random streams I'd have in my dorm room, it was just like, I am so burnt out of this. It is such a hassle. And sometimes it's just a little boring. Oh goodness. But like, I think the biggest thing with how I was handling it was a lot of, I want to stream, however, comma, I have to set up this whole array. I have to plug the capture card in, I have to get Streamlabs going, I have to get everything plugged into my computer, I have to find my computer adapter because that thing always disappeared every 5 freaking seconds. It was this whole set of just, it was a chore list at a point. But what helps me now is that I have a more permanent setup. This computer's not going anywhere. If I want to use it as a computer, I can just use it as a computer right here. It's not like I can really move it over to the opposite side of the room. So it's really more now just a plug and play. Yeah. That was such a stupid banana to run into. I feel like a lot of my ideas, I can write them down. But, so like, Ocarina of Time obviously has to wait till the new Ocarina of Time comes out. So if I'm doing it, I want to do it on the new one. One thing I want to do is Mario Kart, however, it's every single track ever. That one's gonna take a lot. The reason I've put that one off for so long is that's such a hard one to do. Because it's so much stuff I need to take care of, because I have to move, I would have to move my Wii over here, I have to move my GameCube over here. I also miss the old community. That's why I've been doing this, is because like there's a lot of the people, like, I really missed going through and talking to you all. If we could have that whole reunion, that would be absolutely insane. Yeah, like, I don't even know how. Have Fu on Instagram. So she pops up on my feed every now and then, which was really funny because I think she took some wedding photos one day, or some engagement photos one day, and posted them, and I'm like, what on earth did Fu get engaged? And then I read the caption, I'm like, no, she did not. But like, when the whole frickin' purge happened, I'm like, I can't check on anything that happened. I need to find her on his bets. I can't check on anything that happened because I have no way of contacting any of the people. Yeah, because all we saw was everything get deleted. Yeah, like, it... Now, seeing now, it's a little bit easier to get the connections with some of you guys, because, like, God forbid... Yeah, like, that's... And then you both have made new accounts. But I don't know where this way. There was just like everything disappearing absolutely caused the panic between me and Albert, and it was comical looking back on it, but like, it was like, we knew something happened. We weren't sure what, but something exploded, and I mean, yeah. Like, I've heard from... When I would stream in my dorm, Mr. Inferno would come in every now and then. And I think he's still in the Arctic Circle Discord. So I guess, God forbid, I still have contact, I can still contact him. But like... There's just some people I have not heard from since. Like, USA sits at the number 2 bit spot, and God, I haven't heard from USA in who even knows. Yeah, that makes sense. I forgot USA had a disc. I don't think I'm part of that. I forgot about that. Because USA did their own streams. Oh. Goodness gracious. But like, yeah, my whole comeback to streaming was, yeah, literally. My whole comeback to streaming was slightly boosted by my supervisor at work, who, this man will go on every side quest imaginable. Like, he does streams, he has produced an album, he had a podcast. Like, this dude is one of the most creative people I've ever met. And it was just, and he was the one that like really made me want to do all of this, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to until, because I don't want to get everything set up, or, oh, my mic sucks, so I need to get a new mic, or, and then I got a new mic, and I'm like, oh, well, now I have no excuse. Okay, let's do it. Like, I was finding every excuse not to, and then I hit go live 2 days ago with Albert, and we've gotten to this point. But like, I swear, the only traces of like the whole Minum gaming thing, what is the random, I think, like some random videos of personal bests on my YouTube channel that are only on there to submit to speedrun.com. Relics, absolutely. Especially because I think like the Mario Kart. God, I can't ever do that. You want to talk about a relic? Look at what is it? What I think was my Mario Kart. I still have some more crappy merch. I still want some. I was offered by one of you for some, and I wanted it, and I'm kind of upset. But thoughts, brain. I had a thought, and I lost it now. What was I talking about? Oh, you want to talk about a relic? Look at, I think my Mario Kart Wii. Personal best. What, I think that PB was one of the random speedrun races we did that, you just have on my screen my logo frying up bacon. I think that was an absolute relic. Come on. When I first started playing Mario Kart with my dad, I would so often look behind me, and my dad, but like I was awful, and my dad was like, well, you keep turning around, you keep looking behind you, well, you keep losing. So I'm like, I refuse to, like, I'm like, this is why I suck. And then I'm now here, and Jesus Christ. I'm now here, and I'm like, I'll turn around every now and then to check what the heck is going on behind me. No, but like, I enjoy this streaming. I think this is so much fun. Okay, that was really bad. I've been kind of like setting myself like, I don't want to say like minimums, but like I've been as much as humanly possible aiming for about 3-hour streams. That is like, if I can hit 3 hours, I will be happy. And like for the past couple, I've like lived up to that, so I can't imagine being one of these streamers, one of these full-time streamers that like stream 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Okay, I need to like lock in because I am losing so much time. I've lost so much time in these retros. Absolute. I have never once in my life pulled an all-nighter. It has never happened. I could not do a 24-hour stream. But like doing the math, I was talking about like every Mario Kart course ever. I'm talking like every Mario Kart course within every single game. That would take all of 9-10 hours if I could get that going. That was a mistake. That Pumpkaboo was the craziest thing ever. But yeah, pretty much. Like, I haven't streamed long enough to need a meal in the middle of stream, and God knows how long. Like, I'm at the point of like, that. How did I miss that mushroom? I'm like, I could totally do maybe 5 hours. So like, I could totally do another speed run after this, because this is definitely gonna put us after past 3 hours I looked away. So I'm at 2:44 now, so. 54. Okay. Sub 57. Race 29. Why is this speedrun? I remember that we used to complain so much this speedrun was so long and it was so bad, and now I'm like, I'm doing 2 of them back to back. Like, this is nothing. I don't think I could ever do... I don't know if I could ever pull off a speed run that is longer than, like, 2-hour speed runs, but, like, I don't know. The thing with... Really? The thing with, like, the 2-hour long speed runs is I just don't have the patience to learn that. Heck, I barely had the patience to learn, New Super Mario, or New Super Luigi U. Yeah, One game I've been trying to talk myself into learning how to speedrun is Super Mario 3D World. I think it's a good game, and I think I would enjoy speedrunning it. Once again, it's just too dang long. The main problem with that game is it has... You have to have so many green stars to do the final level, so you're stuck doing these things to get green stars to do the final level. So yeah, at that point you need to learn where all those green stars are, and I'm not gonna make that. Booty blocker. And like, on multiple occasions, I have tried. Oh my god, if I realized I could do it with the fireball, I would have been so much fun. I would have been so fine. But then I realized I had a fireball and saw the shell behind him. I'm like, oh, I could totally get rid of this. like, I also want some speedruns that, like, I want to have a chance. So, like, I think of, like, the original Mario Bros. I think of Mario Bros. Wii. I don't stand a chance getting a world record. Like, I won't even come close. Because, like, those are your near perfect, like, a frame off of tasks. But, like, then you think of, like, Super Mario Odyssey, where it's just like, I'd have to have so much technical skill to be able to even come close to sub-hour. And, like, if I do, like, a Zelda game, like Tears of the Kingdom, I'd have to learn how to do all these glitches that I'm like, that's just exhausting. These frame-perfect glitches that I need to learn how to get consistently to even... I'm so bad at solitaire. Ignoring that I came out a frame after that. So, but, like, I think about, like, these Mario Kart speedruns, there's obviously, like, the item ones, there's always a chance. There's always a chance that I could pull some immaculate, every course is perfect, I just get my sum of best because the RNG gods smiled down upon me. Or I can have the exact opposite and have a run where I'm 16 tracks in and I'm a minute behind. But, like, I think of what happened last run that I got 20 seconds ahead within 4 courses. Shut up, Jack. I got 20 seconds ahead within 4 courses, and then immediately dropped into the red within, like, 2 or 3 courses. And then immediately jumped, and then got back up to, like, a minute and a half ahead. Jeez. So, Jay, let me teach you how splits work. It says minus 22. That's good. That means I'm 22 seconds ahead of my personal best. The golds are also really good. That means that's the best I've ever done those courses. However, I have not had a good lightning cup. If the number is green, that means I'm ahead of my personal best. If the number is red, then I am behind. And if it's... That means... So I just did Grumble Volcano. Every time! That means Grumble Volcano, I... fell behind 4.4 seconds. That was the worst timed lightning of all time. I hit... Don't throw that at me. If you throw that at me, I'm gonna cry. Dude, I was doing so well. I think my Lightning Cup was just too good last run. I've been falling off since Music Park. I was, what, 50 seconds ahead on Toad's Turnpike, and I showed up and he started falling? Well, yeah, because I'm now actually have more chat messages to read, and I'm not just yapping endlessly about whatever the heck comes to my brain. Hey, in all fairness, it's all just time saved for next run, eh? Thanks, Nikki, with the distractions. Best. Yeah, the better of the two runs I'm doing today is going to speedrun.com. I really hope it's not the peanut butter slushy. Progress. We're making it back up. I don't think any of these courses were, like, abysmal. I don't think any of these were abysmal last run. So, like, I don't think I can gain 20 seconds in one. Yeah, ain't that the truth? We got that channel lore ruin. Yeah, I was really trying to figure that out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's the luckiest sequence of events ever. I am not letting that thing stay above my head and risk a boo coming. You know what I could speedrun? Hold on. I just had a legitimate thought. When does Splatoon Raiders come out? I think Splatoon Raiders would be such a fun thing to speedrun. Pretty sure Splatoon Raiders comes out later this month, and like, I've always had slight interest in speedrunning Splatoon. I think that's just the perfect one to do it on. Oh boy. That's funny. I got Cashier of the Month one month at, what was it, Home Depot. It took all of 2 months of me being there. Oh, that's it. I have my item anyway. Ah! I was really hoping, because I've seen people outrun blue shells on this course. I wanted to know if I could be one of them. Turns out the answer is no. We have all of what, 12 courses left? Hey, we hit 3 hours. I mean, I can go home now. Leah, what the heck? Now you come in? All hydrates will be postponed until the end of the run. Because believe me, Leah, you are... I just finished work, kind of. Believe me, Leah, you are not the first person to try to redeem a hydrate. What do you mean, kind of? See, I don't have the stuff to make peanut butter slushies. Oh. Totally has some chocolate milk though. It wasn't the Hawaiian Punch that was moldy, it was the Capri Suns. Oh, that is just insult to injury right there. Oh, that hurt my soul. No, we're staying alive. How is that not a gold? Of all that weren't golds, how is that one not a gold? That was gorgeous. God, this is gonna PB, and now I gotta go find the VOD. Not the crystal globe, that's bonkers. Just hit me, dude. Like, before I go off the edge. No, but I got a little pin that said Associate of the Month, and then I got a tiny apron that had some signatures on it. So that was cool, I guess. Can use a gift card. Man, if I didn't lose all this time, I totally could have gotten 135. I'm gonna lose time on this split. Not the boring desk job. Is the boring desk job how you're being able to watch this stream in the at 4:30 on a Thursday? You got something to be grateful about that boring desk job is that I am here to make it slightly less boring. While I take photos of semiconductors. What even is a semiconductor? Told you I was gonna lose time. Babe bark, here we come. Microchips that go in electronics, that sounds about right. If I remember correctly, there's only a little bit of time save on this board. How inside can I take these while still keeping my mini turbo? Oh no! Oh no, it's so over. So you just look at him and say, oh, yeah, that one's good. Oh, yeah, that one's good. Oh, yeah, that one's good. That's so annoying. But hey, I would say I get to sit there, but I don't even get to. It's because government dubs are a pain in the butt. You gotta do something that'll can prove that you can't speak. You gotta do something that expresses creativity, such as, I don't know, live streaming on twitch.tv. Don't worry, my job isn't too exciting. I have to help old cranky dads and contractors find the tools they need. Shut up, Frank. Yeah. I was trying to avoid that banana. I had that banana in my sights for 3 to 5 business days, and I still ran into it. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness gracious. That was a horrible time to take first place. Yeah, that one was very good either. And don't worry, some of those customers are very cranky. But then again, sometimes it's because the associates I work with don't do their jobs. And see, this is the thing. I don't hate my job. I actually quite enjoy it. Until they put me in plumbing. I get kind of screwed because, I'm at the point where I'm just trying to get as many hours as humanly possible. Sorry, as legally possible. And sometimes that requires being in a department that is not mine, and then you have people that come in looking for parts for a toilet and whatever, and I'm like, I don't know anything about any parts for any toilets. And they're like, oh, well, you're not a plumber? I'm like, if I was a plumber, I wouldn't be working here. I would be fixing some toilets. And maybe that's who you need to go call. Of course, I don't actually say this, but... That's bogus, because I'm gonna get hit by that. Come, Mario and Luigi, ain't that the truth? Jesus. Losing like 3 seconds at a time, and... Tell them to call Calhoun. losing like 3 seconds at a time, and I'm just like going to hell. We're in spring. We're in the grass. Okay. Wow, this is not a good end of the run. Can I get some speed, please? I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do after this run. It's like 100% only planning on doing 2 runs. I think. Like, I think I'm going to be done after this run. Done streaming at least. I should play Splatoon and download Pal World. God! You know what? I might not have to worry about finding the VOD for this run if I can't. Because if I keep losing time like this, I'm going to be behind. How good was the end of my run? 4 courses left. I can't wait to see my Summer Fest. Oh, I'm getting Mario Karted. Not too heavily, but still very much so. I will say, if I do stream tomorrow, it will be quite early. I work 1:30 to 10 p.m. So it will be quite early in the day if I do. Then again, I need to give myself some breaks. Not overwork myself. Not get too burnt out of streaming already. I appreciate it, Nick. I died. So tomorrow's a big question mark because it will be early in the day. I will also just be on my own because Lainey works at like 6 a.m. So this is what sucks. Hear me out. So, I very often close. I don't say very often anymore, but I close a lot. So I work a lot of 1:30 to 10. Lainey often works 6 to 1. So it gets to a point where we have those days where we don't see each other because she's at work when I wake up and I'm at work when she gets home, or yeah. But what's gonna be very interesting is I believe I'm about to start working inventory prep at the store, which the shift is 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. So, yes, I do think I could stream in there, however, I get stuck with, I'm at work when Lainey's asleep, I'm asleep when Lainey's at work, we get that, what, couple hours between when she gets home and when I go to work. Could I throw a stream in there? Maybe, because sometimes I think she would close her store, which they close at like 6, so I don't know. The amount of stream would, during that point in time, would be a giant question mark. I don't know, I'm not thinking about that right now, I'm thinking about just pure Mario Kart. Okay, but that also implies that I'm thinking, which I'm really not. All I'm thinking about right now is there's a new NHL game coming out. Yeah, literally. There's a new NHL game coming out, and I want to play it. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm hoping if I can get, because I'm still working part-time, unfortunately. I'm still working part-time. I'm thinking that if I get to be a full-time associate, I would not be closing nearly as often. Because in my department, there's already a closing person. And like in one of the further out schedules, I have a lot of opening shifts, so I'm talking like 6 to 2:30, and I'm like, I love that. Keep it going. Really? Okay, unfortunately, I do think this is gonna be a PB. I say unfortunately because this is just an awful run. $136.33. Not terrible. Not great, Not terrible. To move up into second place, I need a 134. A 134.22. First off, let me